everybody, it's April, and I am going to do a 3-minute plank today, and I thought I'd share it with you. You may or may not know, excuse me, that I had my right hip replaced 6 weeks ago, and I had to wait a few weeks before I could plank again, and then I was able to start with 30 seconds, and I've been adding on 30 seconds every week. So, excuse me, now I'm going to do my first 3-minute today, and I thought perhaps you would want to plank along with me and while I'm planking. So I'm going to start and end on hands. I may actually hold it the whole time on my hands. We'll see how it goes. I think I can do that though. Actually, I'm going to do that. Challenge accepted. Okay, so if you're starting on your hands, starting in table, pull your shoulders down your back, then lift your upper back, lift your chest, pull in your belly, come up on your toes, shift your weight forward slightly. The timer has begun. And then remember, you want to do all of that again. So we're going to press into the floor again, broadening your upper back, pulling in your belly, tightening up your glutes. Your gaze is just in front of your fingertips. So remember, there's a whole neck thing involved. You don't want to tuck your chin to your chest, nor do you want to look up because that's putting strain on your neck as well. Remember, you're making a nice long plank shape with your body. So you're also tightening up your glutes, pressing your heels back. We're already at 36 seconds. Yay, here we go. My first day when I got to plank again, and I could only hold for 30 seconds, that didn't seem like much at all because even though I had been away from planking for a few weeks, I still have built up enough strength that it wasn't totally gone when I had to start over. But I will tell you, I've said it before, if you don't use it, you lose it. Oh, we're at a minute. And by not planking for a few weeks, it was kind of hard after I did start adding on. Like that first 2-minute plank was a little bit, then 2.5 minutes. And so now I'm at 3. And I'm not going to lie to you. I actually did have that moment where I thought, do I really want to start planking again? Does it really matter? I was really concerned about getting back to handstanding, 130, which I did. I am doing handstands every day again, and I love that. It's one of my very, very favorite things. But I also know that plank is one of the things that helps make my handstand so strong. And it took me a while to work up to 5 minutes, so why wouldn't I do it again? Because it is something that helps with your posture, with your abdominals, with your core strength. It's also strengthening your arms, your legs, and it's only 5 minutes. And I know it's 5 minutes, which seems like a lot, but if you look at it in the whole scheme of things, once you work up to 5 minutes, that's just 5 minutes a day that you need to do this in order to get all those benefits. So why wouldn't you? So I decided, like I said, it was a fleeting moment where a very brief thought that passed through my mind, wondering if I wanted to do it again. We're at 2:30. And then I knew, yes, I do. I want to start planking again. If nothing else, I even like saying that I plank for 5 minutes. So, like I said, today will be 3. I will do 3 for a week, and then I'll add on another 30. I may just go ahead and add on a minute. My hip is doing pretty well, and we'll just see how it goes. So, here we are. We got a few more seconds. So, I'm at 3. I'm just going to hold for a little bit longer, and I'm not going against doctor's orders necessarily, but I feel like I could hold a little longer. So, you know what? I'm going to hold till 3:30. I think I'm just going to go for it today. You know what? I could switch around a little bit. I could do a side plank and see how that goes. So here we are. We're coming up on 3:30. And I think when we get to 3:30, I'll switch to side plank. So here we go. I'm also froggy for whatever reason. So remember, side plank you can do on your forearm. You could also... You could put your knee down if you really need to, but that's not the same as holding. So it kind of doesn't count if you're working up on your time. So stacking your feet. If you do have your feet stacked, you could also bring your front foot in front of you for balance. But if you're stacking, really press that bottom sole of your bottom foot toward the floor. You don't want to collapse into your bottom ankle bone. So I'm lifting, reaching, lifting my hips, reaching my top arm to the sky. And this is good. I'm doing all right, I think. When I get to 4:30, I will switch sides and then I'll finish on my hands. I can't believe I decided to do this. Okay, here we go. You know what? I was tired of waiting. All right, here we go. We're coming up on 4:30 almost. There we go. I'm going to switch sides. Sorry, I'm turning my back to you. But I want people to realize that, you know, just because you have something major like a hip replacement doesn't mean you have to quit doing things. You might have to put off things for a little bit, but it doesn't mean you're never going to do it again. And that was when I went to physical therapy, the first thing he asked me was, what are you wanting to get back to doing? Because, you know, keep in mind, he didn't know me from Adam. And I said, well, I really want to get back to planks and handstands. And he was pretty excited to hear that. You know what? I'm actually over 5 minutes. How did that happen? I'm at 5:20. I'm going to stop. See, it's so much easier when I'm talking. This isn't exactly how I thought it was going to go at all. But hey, yay me. I did 5:25 and I thought I was only going to do 3. Okay. Hopefully you will have some motivation to plank again if you quit planking, or to start planking if you haven't.